All right. This is yeah, man. Jake doing it then. Now Jake doing it now, man. But let me get this. All right. All right. This is first Ezra 4:26, man. Because I had it was a movie. I had watched with Muhammad Ali. It was called Muhammad Ali, the greatest, man. That came out in the late 70s, 77. This was probably about when I seen this movie. This was years ago. But I remember, well, I don't remember all the way, like straight through, but I remember one of the scenes in that movie, Muhammad Ali was at this party, and him and his woman was at this party. His woman, she was dressed, how you see today. This was back in the 70s, man. But she was dressed like that. Muhammad Ali had to take her up to a room when nobody was at. He had, said a few things to her. He was like, he said, I don't remember quite what he said because I ain't seen the movie in years, but I remember him. He's like, look what you got on, woman. He said, look how you embarrassing me. He said, take it off. She wouldn't take it off, so he ended up ripping, the dress up, man. You see? And that's one thing I have respect about Muhammad Ali. He never held anything back, you see? If he had something to say, he would say it, man. You see? And that type of, spirit within the Israelite man, that's gone. That's long gone, man. See, the Rockefellers, that's why they created this feminism, movement, this women's liberation movement, to destroy that type of mindset within the Israelite man. Especially, going all the way back to even the serpent, because that's where it goes back to. But anyway, right? It says, this is first Ezra 4:26 says, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes, man. And this could be two, it could be actual women and it could be doctrines, man. This is the actual woman we talking about here, man. And then another account, here at the gig, at the job, it was a associate, this is a Benjamite, he so-called Jamaican, he was wild, but I'm working the machinery where I'm at, the workplace I'm at. I would stop, holler at him, we'll see what, he up to every once and then. He started showing me, these different chicks that he was looking at and talking to. And then this was earlier this week, I believe. Late last week or earlier this week, he had, we had 3 breaks. You had the first break, you got second break, and you got the last break. We was on first break, and one of them chicks that he was talking to wanted him to come see her. So what this dude ended up doing is he ended up leaving, his job, just to go see her, man. It was another associate said he was trying to get some box. He was talking about he was going to give him some box. So he left, and now, guess what? They ain't want him to come back. After he pulled that stunt, they ain't want him back. So he lost his job over a woman. You see, let me get something real quick. Scriptures say that. You see? It don't matter, how much, money you got, man. Or what type of status you got, man. If you ain't got wisdom, and I'm talking about the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shah, because the scriptures say that the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh Shema Shah. I'm talking about the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shah, which the scriptures also say for wisdom is better, than what is it? Choice silver and gold, which is real money, man. Like I say, if you ain't got, okay, the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shah, you could have all the money in the world. You could be rich like Floyd Mayweather and all these other jakes. But guess what? Without wisdom, you ain't gonna know how to manage that money. Without wisdom, okay, you ain't gonna know what to do with the money, where to put it at, where to start with, man. You just gonna do what? You gonna make dumb, choices like that, man. You see? And that's that instance I was going to happen there, man. But yep, this is Galatians 6 and right, I start 7 says, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting, man. See, he was sown to his flesh, man. So what was the consequence? He ain't got a job now. And most likely, the chick that he was dealing with, she found he ain't got no job. You know, he ain't got a job no more. You know, he ain't got that money coming in. What you think she gonna do? She gonna pull a Job's wife. She gonna do what Job's wife did, man. Curse the Lord, die. Well, she not gonna say that because they in the world. You know, he in the world, but they gonna she gonna come in that spirit of Job's wife, man. You know, gonna leave him because he ain't got nothing to offer, man. So that's two things he gonna lose, man. You see? And that's the thing, man. Going back, just had to bring that out. But this first Ezra 4, I'm gonna read it again. It says, yeah. And 26 says, yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and became servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred and sinned for women, because like it says in Sirach 25, the 25th chapter, you know, it says, you know, of the woman came the beginning of sin. You see, the only reason why the serpent went to the woman, because he knew the woman was the weaker vessel. And what did she do? She went to Adam, because Adam, you know, lost his wits as well. Which Adam, you know, was Yahweh Shai. You can receive that as well. You know, he went off with her, man. She led him to go off. You see? And it says, and now do you not believe me? Is not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him? Yet did I see him in Apami, the king's concubine, the daughter of Marable Barticus, sitting at the right hand of the king, and taking the crown from the king's head and setting it upon her own head. She also struck the king with her left hand. And yet for all this the king gaped and gazed upon her with open mouth, and she laughed upon him. He laughed also. But if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter that she might be reconciled to him again. You know, and that's what this dude doing. You know, this is what Carl Towns is doing, man. You see, happy wife, you know, happy life, man. Like I said, it's not going off to deal with women. It's just a particular situation, the type of situation, man. You see, like I said, we not just bashing, you know, the woman. It's just wicked women we bashing, man. Women that's going against the scriptures, man. You see, and this here, man, is an example of that, man. That's the reason why he dealing with this happy wife, happy life, man. You see, and that's not the spirit of our forefathers, how our forefathers came in, man. Now, like I said, you had times where our forefathers went off over women, but deep down inside they knew the order, man. See, Jake don't know the order in this system, man. Jake go by the flesh, man. That's why scripture call him natural brute beast, man. Okay? Let me get Proverbs. Just let me actually type it in because I know it's not going to go through if I type it in. So, I'm just going to get it right here. This is Proverbs 20. You know, this is old, man, but this is Proverbs 20 and no, it's actually Proverbs 1, not 20. It's Proverbs 1. Salakia. Alright, this is Proverbs 1 and 20. It says, wisdom cries without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She cried from the chief place of concourse and opens of the gates and the sea. She uttereth her word saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorns delight in their scorning, and fools say nods, man. How long you gonna allow, you know, the way things are running, man? Speaking to you Israelite men out there. You know, this Queen of Heaven worship. How long you gonna love that, man? It's gotten us nowhere, man. It's destroyed our nation. Okay, it's turned you from mighty men into what? Feeble little men. You see, feeble boys, man. You see? To the point where you allow your woman to allow your woman, okay, to pervert your judgment, man. Your judgment is based off how she feel, man. How long you love simplicity, man? See, the Lord is not let me get that. What did the Lord say? Show your souls men, man. Okay? Let me actually get that. Put off the weak nature. And come out of that, you know, that simp mentality, man. which we all was simps at one point, but you gotta get out of that. When you come into this, you gotta put that away, man. Let me get this. This is 2 Ezra 14:14 says, "Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, put off now the weak nature, man." That's weak nature, man. Okay, to give your strength on to the woman and let her run how you move. That's weak nature, man. Come on, the scriptures say, ye are gods, man. Psalms 82nd chapter, man. You see? You are allowing a weaker vessel to rule over you, man. You see? Let me get this. Show your souls, man. Right? Hopefully it pops up. It's like I can't never find, this scripture. I can never find the scripture. That's simplicity, man. This is simplicity right here. But this is the way of this world, man. Okay? But I know scriptures say, "Show thyself, men." I just never could find that scripture. Because like I said, it's not the way of our forefathers, man. We Yasharala, man. You see? We princes of power, man. You see, we come from a line of mighty men, whether you want to believe it or not. And that's not the spirit that they come in. It's just showing you the decaying state of the Israelite man in America, man. You see? But the Lord, let me get that. He's not dealing, okay, with that. Just let me get it. This is 1 Corinthians 6, which if it'll load up. It's 1 Corinthians 6, right? And 8, it says, "Nay, ye do wrong and defraud that your brother. Know ye that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind." Which let me actually get this in the blue letter, so I can get that word effeminate. So I can really just look it up, but I'd rather get in the blue letter. The Lord's not dealing with that. That's that weak nature, man. You see? So you might be alright with this world, but the Lord hates this world. You see? He's against this world, because this world is against the way he originally set things up. But this is the word for feminine is malakos. It says soft to touch, in a bad sense, effeminate, of a boy kept for homosexual relations with a man, which you already know that this society is deep into that. Okay? Damn. But it says of a male who submits his body to unnatural lewdness, man. But soft, man. You see? The Lord's not dealing with that spirit, man. And that's why a lot of dudes don't want to deal with this. See? They so used to the woman worship, and they're not willing to give that up, man. Which, why wouldn't you be willing to give that up? You see? There's nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. Which, at the end of the day, all Israel, we going to inherit the kingdom. But it's speaking of when the first go round, because the first go round, not all Israel's going to make it. You're only going to have the remnant. Okay, 1/3 make it. Everybody else aside that, they're going to perish from this side. And the ones, the Israelites, those of you that are Israelites and you perish from this side, you're going to have to be brought back, okay, as babies. You see? Lord's not dealing with that. And let me get that. It's Isaiah 30, not Isaiah 30, Jeremiah 30, man. You see? Because men like that, You know, in that mindset, that's you gonna perish, man. Right? And actually, you know what? Let me get Isaiah 3, and then I'm gonna come back. This is Isaiah 3 and 25, right? It says, "Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in war." Okay? And what's this going into? The men of this society, man, the military, because a lot of you men, okay, outside the truth, you Israelite men, a lot of you gonna be drafted off into this third world war, man. And a lot of you gonna die over there. And if you don't get drafted in the third world war, okay, you're gonna die, you know. Let me actually get this in 2nd Ezra 16, because it goes into it better, you know. 2nd Ezra is the 16th chapter, 33rd verse, right? It's 2nd Ezra 16:33. It says, "The virgin shall mourn, having no help, no bridegrooms," right? "And the woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. And the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine." You see, and that's not gonna happen, you know, to the elect, because the elect, they're gonna be covered by Yahweh Shema Shah. This is speaking of the men outside of the elect, man. This is what's gonna happen to them. A lot of them are gonna die, man. If not all of them outside of the elect is gonna die, man. You see, in the heat, I'm speaking. This is speaking to the Israelite, man, but even men in general, man, because the heathens, they don't have salvation. You see, if the men of their nation survive all this, they going into captivity. You see, but this is what's gonna happen, man, to these feminine men out here, man. You see, this is what the Lord got planned for your Offsets, okay, your Carl Towns. You see, and many others like them, man. Cause see, now they look like, you know, they big and bad and all that, but when the Lord opens, you know, the faucet of blood on this place, the judgment, the full judgment, a lot of these men gonna fold. You see, that's why I say what it say in Jeremiah 30, man. Okay, and men, you know, I'm gonna get that real quick because I was gonna go straight to Isaiah 4:1, right? And it says, "And men shall have." Let me get it. It says Jeremiah 30:4 says, "And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, see whether a man do travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces turn to paleness." You see, this is what the men outside the truth is gonna be like, man. They gonna fold, man. Okay, they might, like I said, it might look big and bad now, but when all hell breaks loose, the system goes completely down. Okay, the men are gonna fold outside the truth, man. Because what does it say in Isaiah 33? You know, in 6, it says, "For wisdom and knowledge, the wisdom and knowledge of who? Yahweh Shema Shah shall be the stability," which you go into the word stability, goes into faith of thy times, man. You see, and they not gonna have that, man. They gonna have what they know of this world, man. But this world gonna be through. It's already through. You see, so they ain't gonna have nothing to fall back on. It's gonna be out here. It's gonna be assed out, like they say, man. You see. And a lot of them are going to fold, man. A lot of them are going to perish. And this is why this is going to come to pass. Isaiah 4:1. "And that day, 7 women with 7 is complete shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel," man. Because OnlyFans and all the other social media websites, what you see the women mostly do? They mostly taking pictures half naked, if not mostly naked, man. You see? But in that day, that's going to be done away with, man. Ain't going to be no more OnlyFans. Ain't going to be no more Instagram, Facebook, you see, TikTok, Snapchat, all these just different things that they like to, you know, everybody like to take pictures all damn day. You know, it's folly, man. All that's gonna be done away with, man. Because to dress like you see them dressing now, and the time we in, when all hell break loose, they gonna think back to themselves, like the scriptures say, gonna lament for the teats. They gonna think back to the back, you know, on why did I wear that? Why did I dress like that? Because you gonna be a target dressing like that in Jacob's trouble. You gonna be a straight up target, man. When these prisoners are let out, which they're being let out now due to COVID-19. Okay, when you got these dudes in mental health facilities, they're released. Then you just got your average dude that he look normal, okay, because it's law and order. But when law and order breaks down, okay, he's gonna flip. He's gonna show you what he's really like, man. These psychopaths out here, man. And what you think they're gonna come after, man? These women, man, these simps, you know, that one, you know, you so-called Instagram models and all that, you see, but they can't touch you. But when all hell breaks loose and there's no law and order, you see, it's gonna be, you know, anything goes by them, man. You see? That's why you're gonna be begging an Israelite man, because that one man speaking what? Of an Israelite man, of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Not any man, an Israelite man, Yahweh Shema Shah, man of the Lord. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And how is your reproach taken away? You see? It's through sex, which is the marriage, okay? Which is marriage, real marriage. Not the marriage that this world tells you, you know, you stand, everybody watches you, you know, you kiss in front of everybody, you know, that's not real marriage, man. Okay? So that's what's gonna come, man. You see? And all the funs and games, that's gonna stop, man. It's stopping now, but you still got people that's still on that. But it's gonna stop, man. Okay? So I mean, you know, you gotta think about it. You going, you know, 2nd Ezra 16:68, you know, a great multitude kindle over you. It should be a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. It should be like a madman sparing none. You see? Talking about these troops, man, that Esau getting ready to send. You see? Isaiah the 13th chapter, their wives, you know, their children shall be dashed to pieces and wives ravished, meaning rape. Okay? So this was coming. So, call hello Allah Yahweh Bashima Shah, Yahweh Rasidah. This was edifying. Baba Gashah, Baba Ball, Baba Ball, Abba Ha Ayapia, Abba Ha Ayapia. Shalom to the elect and to the few Akwaf that do listen, learn, and believe, and do honor your husband. Shalom.